standing on the largest pyramid in the world. This is incredible, Mexico. And so I think that this path here goes down to the archaeological zone. I can see now, wow, some very interesting looking structures. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. And so, if I understand correctly, that is the base of the pyramid, and all of this is part of the pyramid, covered in dirt. So it looks like this is the ticket entrance. Taquilla. And yes, it is open. Excellent. Ticket 100 pesos, $5. So I asked the ticket checking lady there just to confirm, and yes, that is in fact the pyramid there that the church is sitting on top of. Here is some of the history. Discover Cholula, the city that overcame the passing time. This place where you are standing right now was very different in the past. It was covered by vegetation and surrounded by lagoons that allowed the ancient inhabitants to settle here more than 2,500 years ago, so around 500 BC. The pre-Hispanic history of Cholula is determined by important events. At the beginning, the ancient inhabitants, in addition to temples and housing complexes, also built enormous platforms, one on top of another, until they created an impotent structure known as the Great Pyramid, transforming Cholula into a sacred city visited by people in pilgrimages from different regions of Mesoamerica. After this time of accelerated development, the Olmeca Xcalanca people arrived to Cholula, and the Tolteca Chichimeca afterwards, who brought to Cholula a second period of development. During this time, the Great Pyramid is abandoned, and the inhabitants built new temples around it. In 1519, the Spanish conquerors, together with the Tlaxcalteca warriors, carried out the slaughter of thousands of people in the city, including rulers and priests. In this way, Cholula would be under the Spanish regime. And here's some more information. The Great Pyramid of Cholula, also known as Tlachihualtepetl, Nahual for constructed mountain, is a complex located in Cholula, Puebla, Mexico. It is the largest archaeological site of a pyramid temple in the world, as well as the largest pyramid by volume known to exist in the world today. The pyramid is a temple that traditionally has been viewed as having been dedicated to the god Quetzalcoatl. The temple pyramid complex was built in 4 stages, starting from the 3rd century BC through the 9th century AD. According to the Guinness Book of Records, it is in fact the largest pyramid, as well as the largest monument ever constructed anywhere in the world, with a total volume estimated at over 4.45 million cubic meters, larger than that of the taller Great Pyramid of Giza, which is about 2.5 million cubic meters, so almost twice as big as the Great Pyramid of Giza. So the exit is out this way. Fortunately, you don't have to go back up the hill there. So this has turned out to be just one of the most incredible places that I've seen in the world. In my last video tour of Puebla City, then I remarked that it was one of my favorite Mexican cities, and that was before I'd seen all this. There is so much to see and do within the city itself, and then tons to see around it as well. So this is really one of the most amazing places in the world. I would say that it even rivals Mexico City as far as things to do and see, especially around it. And then when you factor in that it's just easier to get around being a smaller city, and it just overall feels much smaller, even though it's still a city of 3.3 million. But of course, Mexico City is much, much larger. And getting to the various things to see outside, such as Teotihuacan pyramids, which are an absolute must-see. But it's more time to get out there. I will be going back to Mexico City again, probably within a few days, and show more of it. I've been there before, but haven't really filmed it properly, so I will plan to stay there for a few days and show much more. Okay, we have steps that we can climb up. Amazing. And man, that music is a-pumpin'. The slaughter of Cholula. In 1519, the Spanish conquerors, led by Hernan Cortez, arrived in Cholula together with 5,000 Tlaxcaltecan warriors and 400 from Chempoala. After several days, and because the rumors of a possible attack from the inhabitants of Cholula, Cortez decided to organize a meeting in a big courtyard. Thus, the following morning, 300 people responded to the meeting call. Warriors, aristocrats, and tamims among them, so the leaders and most important people of the local inhabitants, who were ambushed and murdered by the Spaniards, while their allies burned the buildings of the city and persecuted the women and children who were hiding on the outskirts of the city. This act was one of the biggest and more violent murders occurred during the conquest. The Spanish conquistadors were some of the worst people in the world, right up there with the Nazis. Everywhere they went, they were just killing and capturing and forcing the people to, relinquish their religion and their ways, and they were just the worst. And yet Spain, amazing country, so go figure. Looks like a carnival there. Okay, let's go see more of the city of Cholula. Okay, let's check out the carnival scene and look for something to drink. What is this? Cacao. Crema de coco, fruit. Oh wow! My God, this stage just has everything. I've seen this before in Playa del Carmen. So I was filming this a couple minutes ago when they were higher up, and noticed that my battery had died, so I had to do a quick battery change there. At least I caught the end of it. I have seen this ceremony before, once in Playa del Carmen. Really interesting. Glad that I caught it. Wish that I had been able to film a little bit more of it. Look at those costumes. So they start at the very top. I didn't see them when they were up there. And spin around all the way to the bottom. Okay, let's wander out that way into the city. Donde está horchata? Me gusta horchata. Here we have some interesting looking drinks. Oh, it's cocktails. No, mocktails. Guanabana, Galeta Oreo. Oh, okay, this is all ice cream. Mezcal. So much to see in the city. So this is the city. Very colorful. From the Uber, as we were driving here, when we first arrived on the other side of the hill in the church there, it was very different looking. It was more of the typical Mexican, modern, a little scruffy, not very picturesque. And then you get over to this side and wow, look at that there. Okay, I need to walk down this way. Agua, I need agua. Where's an OXXO when you need one? Just love these different colors. Let's get on the shady side of the street. Looks like we might have the main square up ahead. Looking forward to seeing that. So many different kinds of products here. Great place for shopping. Indian music and incense. Cool boutique, yeah. Indian style women's shirts. And here we have what looks like the main square. Very large. Dr. Alfredo Toxqui Fernandez de Lara, 1913 to 2004. Politico, humanista, investigador, amante de la cultura choluteca y orgullo de esta ciudad. Important person of the city. And here we have a playground. Let's not walk in there and film a bunch of kids, but wander around the square here and finally find something to drink. Okay, looks like market here we can walk through. There's gotta be an horchata somewhere in this market. Where is it? Nope, not what I'm looking for. Hot sauce on your pizza. Okay, it is crowded. Not really seeing food that way. Lots of good-looking sweets. Oh man, amazing smell. I have no idea what it is. Maybe something from here. Massages, 2 for 1. Wait, 2 for 1? You get a massage and then you get to have another massage? Or maybe it's 2 people for 1 price. And boom, looks like we got it. Yes. Disculpe, ¿es horchata?
Sí, tenemos horchata y jamaica.
Horchata, por favor. Una. That is what I'm talking about. This is the small one, and it is huge. 25 pesos, 25. A little more than $1. Oh man, that is what I needed. Nice and cold. 2025. Crazy. It is going to be an epic year, I predict. And a strange one, I predict. Apollo. And another church. So about a decade ago, when I was in San Cristobal de las Casas in Chiapas State back in spring of 2015, I made a video titled, "If you haven't been to horchata," no, I'm mixing things up. It's like my Nepal video when I said, "This is Germany from Phil." All right, folks, we're getting started on the Annapurna Base Camp trek. I'm here with John from England.
Yo.
And Germany from Phil. I mean, Phil from Germany. This is my second time doing this trek, first time for these guys. And then John and I will be doing the circuit trek after that. So this is going to be like 3 weeks for us. If you haven't had horchata, you haven't been to Mexico. I have to affirm that now. This is just the best stuff. Here we go. Jewelry bike. I guess I will wander this way, see a little bit more of the town, but definitely feeling like we have seen the best of it, and man, it has been one of the best days in Mexico, and traveling in general just had everything. So it's looking like these streets go a long ways in various directions, similar style of buildings. So I think that I'm just going to make my way back. But first, look at this cool looking Japanese restaurant. Japan, I want to go back so bad. And yes, I'm seriously thinking about it. Really, the one drawback right now is the weather being middle of winter. so it's cold, but we'll see.
Pero no es del Líbano. Del Líbano es de Siria. Y había una doctora de familia.
Oh, it looks really interesting inside. And it looks like this church is closed. So there you go. That is going to do it for Cholula. Really, really amazing city here. A lot to see. And it is just one part of the incredible city of Puebla. So much to see around here. Now I have to decide, do I stay another day tomorrow or keep on cruising to the next very interesting looking smaller town a little ways outside of Puebla here, which I will go to for sure. Let's go. But tomorrow or the next day, I will think about it and make up my mind in the next whatever few hours. So lots more coming from Mexico. Hasta luego.